Now let's talk about the next quadrant here inside of the triangle, which we call the sexual keys. And the reason why this is so important is because without these sexual keys inside of the triangle here, it will be very difficult, if not impossible, for your body to produce the erection biochemicals necessary for a sexual erection with your partner inside of the bedroom. So I want to make a huge distinction here between your biological erections that happen when you're asleep and your sexual erections you get when you get and maintain with your partner. Because they are two completely different types of erections, and they require a different set of chemicals and factors to happen. Basically, when you get a sexual erection with your partner, you need a whole host of other biochemicals, such as dopamine, oxytocin, cGMP, just to name a few. Whereas the erections you get when you are asleep, which are called morning wood or nocturnal penile tumescence, if you want the scientific term, they only require testosterone and nitric oxide. These sexual keys are at the foundation of your sexual erection, so you're going to want to pay very close attention to this quadrant here. This is also because this is how arousal works in women too. For example, I had a client who came to me because his doctor prescribed him anti-anxiety medication in an attempt to help him overcome his performance anxiety and hopefully last longer in the bedroom. But the problem was this medication only aimed to address the symptoms, not the source. And in the end, he started having a very difficult time getting an erection at all. And on the rare occasion he did get that erection, he would experience something called delayed ejaculation. Basically, it's when you have a very difficult time having an orgasm and can't ejaculate no matter how aroused you are. And his woman thought that there was something seriously wrong with her and that he was no longer attracted to her for some reason. And his problem unfortunately started rolling in the opposite direction. This was really starting to cause more issues in his relationship than he had before he started taking the anti-anxiety meds. But one of the biggest issues he had going on that I noticed is that he was really afraid of going for what he truly wanted sexually. This led him to having a lot of issues leading his partner sexually. And instead, he was always super focused on just trying to please her without acknowledging his own sexual desires. Basically, a large part of why he was losing his erections was because what he was doing in the bedroom was not arousing to him. Ultimately, he was missing one of the essential sexual keys. And to make things worse, the chemicals from the medication simultaneously were crippling his sex drive. When we started working together, I discovered that what he really needed to do is to focus on these sexual keys here. And then we started to work our way around the other quadrants of the impact point matrix. But let me keep going because I don't want to jump ahead. When he started going for what he really wanted and was actually getting highly aroused, not only did it help get his erections back, but his lover was way more into the sex. She said it stopped feeling robotic and started becoming the best sex of her life. Long story short, by focusing on the sexual keys and buttoning up the other quadrants of the IPM ecosystem, he was able to start having complete ejaculatory control, lasting as long as he wants, and also getting stage 4 rock hard erections on command without any libido killing drugs tanking his sex drive. When we dialed in his specific issues first and then buttoned up the rest of the impact points inside of the impact point matrix, his woman stopped feeling ugly, used, and unwanted. The crazy thing is, when he was able to produce these superior throbbing stage 4 erections naturally, without any assistance from blue pills or injections, his woman just naturally became massively turned on, just at the sight of how naturally hard he was for her. I don't know of a single woman on earth that fantasizes about a limp penis or a man that needs a pill in order to get hard for her. And when he was able to express himself freely in the bedroom without all of that repression and psychological things that were tanking his God-given rock-hard erections, they were able to share the sheet-ripping sex that both of them had been missing for so long. And the really cool side effect of this was that all the little things they used to bicker about just seemed to disappear, because all of the arguments and fights they were having were really not about, he didn't take out the garbage, or she didn't make dinner tonight, blah, 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 blah. But it was really about the fact that a much deeper human need was not being fulfilled for either one of them. And it kept boiling up to the surface. The need for my client to be the best version of himself inside and outside of the bedroom. And his woman's need to be ravished by a throbbing stage 4 rock hard erection wielded by a man that is wildly turned on by her specifically. That's just how powerful these sexual keys are when you combine them with all the other microsystems inside of the impact point matrix. Now, let's move on to the next quadrant here, which are the 6 core alpha inhibitors. Hey man, I hope you really like this video segment on the impact point matrix, or IPM for short. I am sure you're wanting to learn more about all the different areas of the IPM ecosystem behind your erections. If you want to check out the full training, go ahead and click the link or green button located somewhere below this video to register for your free 24-hour access pass to this brand new, updated, full training. In this training, we dive deeper than I have ever gone before into the ecosystem behind your erections, so you can start getting throbbing stage 4 rock hard erections on command and last as long as you want in the bedroom, without any drugs, irreversible surgeries, or injections into your member. So you can finally experience complete control over your sexual function and pound through wave after wave of orgasmic contractions from your woman. And finally claim your birthright of being the man that she admires and loves both outside and inside the bedroom. The full package, so to speak. So don't wait another second and make sure you snag your free 24-hour access pass while it's still free and on your mind right now. And I will see you on the other side.